the Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman of WIEF Foundation, the Honorable Datuk Sri Mustafa Mohamad, Minister of International Trade and Industry, Malaysia, His Excellency Hamad Buamin, President and CEO of Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry, UAE, Tan Sri Ahmad Fuzi Abdul Razak, Secretary General of WIEF Foundation, His Excellency Choi Moon-sun, Gangwon Province, Republic of Korea, Mr. Rafael Navas Ferrer, First Deputy Mayor, City of Cordoba, Kingdom of Spain, Ambassador George Hara, Chairman of Alliance Forum Foundation, Japan, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. And on behalf of the World Islamic Economic Forum organizers and Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry co-organizers, I bid you all a warm welcome to our 10th WIEF closing ceremony. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like only yesterday that I was there emceeing the official launch of the 10th WIEF back in KL about 2 months ago. And now here we are today. 3 days of amazing dialogues, discussions, networking, and fostering strategic alliances through the exchange of ideas, information, and knowledge between both Muslim and non-Muslim communities. The 10th WIEF officially draws to a close today. Now we have a few speeches lined up, so allow me to kickstart the ceremony with addresses by His Excellency Choi Moon-sun, Gangwon Province, Republic of Korea, Mr. Rafael Navas Ferrer, First Deputy Mayor, City of Cordoba, Kingdom of Spain, and his Ambassador George Hara, Chairman Alliance Forum Foundation, Japan. So we'll begin with the address by His Excellency Choi Moon-sun, Governor of Gangwon Province, Republic of Korea.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, shukran. Do you like my pronunciation? Okay, thank you. Next time I'll be better. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to meet all of you VVIPs here at the heart of the Islamic world. On behalf of the residents of our province, congratulations on your success of the 10th World Islamic Economic Forum. I'd like to convey my special thanks to Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman of the WIEF. Congratulations and thank you for your endeavor. Where are you, Tun Musa Hitam? Would you please give him a big round of applause? Thank you. Honored guest, I am from South Korea, 10 hours flight, far from here. But we host WIEF Investment Roundtable in December this year in Korea. It's the first time for this forum to be held in Northeast Asia. We will do our best to prepare the forum. I will invite all of you. I will wait for you. The place where you will visit in this December is the very place where Winter Olympic Games will be held 4 years later. We are now constructing Olympic facilities. The name of that city is Pyeongchang, Pyeongchang Winter Olympic Games. Please remember, Pyeongchang is different from Pyongyang. Many foreigners confuse Pyeongchang from Pyongyang. Please don't forget, Pyeongchang is very different from Pyongyang. It's not my responsibility for you to go to Pyongyang in December. When you pronounce Pyeongchang, it consists of 2 syllables, Pyeong and Chang. The first syllable, 평, means peace, and second syllable, 창, means prosperity. So, 평창 together means peace and prosperity. It's exactly the same with the spirit of the WIEF. This Pyeongchang city belongs to the province called Gangwon. I am the very governor of this Gangwon province. Thank you. Don't forget the name of our province, Gangwon. Our province is very different from Arab world, very different. 82% of our province is mountains, 82%. Almost all the land is mountains. Along the deep valley of a mountain range, long and deep rivers flow. In fact, all the rivers in Korea begin in our province. For these reasons, our province is called the lungs of Korean peninsula. In the nature, we enjoy spring flowers, summer beach, beautiful autumn leaves, especially white snow in winter. You can enjoy ski this winter in the Olympic courses. Our province is divided into two parts. Half of our province belongs to North Korea. There is another governor in the north. I don't like him. Now, I am only half governor. Distinguished delegations, based on this natural environment, tourism is our leading industry, and healthcare industries such as medical device industry, bio industry, anti-aging industry, and waste industry have been developed in our province. Furthermore, our province is a major producer of eco-friendly agricultural product in Korea. Our major agricultural product is potato and corn. My nickname is also Potato. Do you like that photo? Thank you. Islamic world and Korea have a long history of a mutual exchange. For example, in the tomb of ancient king in Korea, there is a warrior statue. He is, we believe, apparently Arab origin. 네. And a traditional folk tale famous in Korea is also believed to be the story of a migrant from Arab world. And now we increase our exchange in economy, culture, and sport continuously. Do you remember who she is? Yes, she is Yangam in drama The Jewel in the Palace. I am the very man who exported and broadcasted this drama to Islamic world for the first time in 2005. At that time, I was the CEO of the broadcasting corporation which produced this drama. This drama made a big hit. I heartily thanks to lovers of our drama. Now I am here to try another big hit. This time I try economic hit together with you and with your help. Distinguished delegates, we will prepare WIEF with our full sincerity, especially halal food and Islamic prayer. During your stay, you will enjoy cool air, clean water, deep blue sea, dark forest, above all, our warm hospitality. Your visit will be delightful and comfortable. I will wait for you. Assalamu alaikum illa lika. Thank you.
Kamsahamnida, and thank you very much, His Excellency Choi Moon-soon. And His Excellency, if I may add, that the way you pronounced Assalamu alaikum was way much better and clearer than how I would have pronounced it when I embraced Islam 5 years ago. So congratulations, His Excellency. Very quickly, before we move on to the rest of the speakers, I would like to welcome His Excellency Azim Ibrahim, Deputy Prime Minister of Tajikistan, as well as we're also very pleased to have His Excellency Danny Foyer, the Vice President of the Republic of Seychelles, with us this afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us. Moving on, we would like to now invite Mr. Rafael Navas Ferrer, the first Deputy Mayor, City of Cordoba, Kingdom of Spain, to join us here on the stage for his address.
Thank you very much. It's difficult for me to speak after the friendly words of the representative of Korea. I'll try to improve my pronunciation, and two Musa tell me that I can make a Spanish dancing. But it's difficult for me to do that, and I prefer to speak and to read the words I have prepared. Thank you very much. Salam alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to thank the organizers, the Dubai Chamber of Commerce, and the World Islamic Economic Forum Foundation, the warm welcome they have given to our city, Cordoba, and for all the people of our delegation. The Spanish Halal Institute, the University of Cordoba, the Cordoba Jewelry Park, the Agropolis Foundation, the Sade Business School, Nur and Duha Travel, and the Arab House of Cordoba. Thank you very much and congratulations for the organization of these outstanding events. I would like to thank as well the member of the forum and to the member of the table accompanying me on this occasion. As first Deputy Mayor of the City of Cordoba, I want to highlight two themes: Cordoba as a business and investment city, and Cordoba as a unique and universal tourist destination. Cordoba has an important industrial sector, especially in agri-food and jewelry industries. The city's infrastructure offers a wide range of coverage and logistical service for the business sector. For instance, the Cordoba Jewelry Park is the largest concentration of companies in its sector in Europe and brings together companies involved in the manufacture and marketing of jewelry, gold, and gemstones. The agri-food sector is one of the pillars of the Spanish economy. We have products which are among the most representative brands of Spain. In addition, Cordoba is home of two universities of international renown and other important research centres from the regional and national government. It will give a figure. Cordoba has more than 400 research groups in agriculture, food industry, and health. We are in the top of Europe and the world in agri-food, knowledge, and research. Therefore, we have the Agropolis Foundation working on interesting projects such as the development of a cluster halal, together with the Spanish Halal Institute. Both institutions have been present during the WIEF. Besides, the city of Cordoba enjoys a strategic position in Andalusia, in the centre of an extensive modern motorway network and rail connection that link the city with the rest of Spain and Europe. The high-speed train is one of the most modern rail services in Europe. Because of this, exports from Cordoba grow year by year. Companies that are established in Cordoba benefit from the research knowledge and the excellent communication and infrastructure of the city. Besides being a business city, Cordoba is a unique and universal tourist destination. The city of the four cultures: Roman, the foundation, Muslim, Jewish, and Christian. I encourage you to discover it. Whoever visits Cordoba, always repeat. We have 5 titles of the World Heritage Site by UNESCO, one of the cities with more recognition of this organization in the world. The mosque, the old town, the Fiesta of the Patios, courtyard, the Mediterranean diet, and the flamenco dance. Cordoba and Jerusalem are the only 2 cities in the world with buildings of 4 cultures that can be visited. Whoever comes to Cordoba must visit the mosque by day and by night. The night visit, Alma of Cordoba, is one of the best guided tours inside a monument you can see. The Alcázar, capital of the Christian monarch, with its garden, one of the best in Europe. You can walk by night with a spectacle of water, light and song, the light of cultures. The real stable, the oldest in the world, the Spanish horses, where the equestrian show Spanish horse passion take place. Really fantastic. The Vienna Palace, with 12 typical patios, courtyard, and a novel building worthy of admiration. And the Medina Zara ruins, an enigmatic city palace which was built by Abderrahman III in the 10th century at the foot of Sierra Morena Mountains. Everybody must visit it. And all this with outstanding cuisine, the result of the food culture, our agriculture and livestock, varied and with high quality. Cordoba has been recognized during 2014 as Ibero-American Capital of Gastronomic Culture, a very important international title. From the city of Cordoba, being aware of the capacity that Cordoba has in tourism and industry, we, together with the World Islamic Economic Forum, are organizing the Cordoba WIEF Foundation WIEF Roundtable for the coming month of March 2015. I do encourage you to join us in our program where we talk deeper about Cordoba's opportunities in halal industry, including especially tourism and food industry. I finish just now, reaffirming my gratitude to the organizer of this outstanding event, the Dubai Chamber and WIEF Foundation. I hope to see you in Cordoba next month. Thank you very much. Salam alaikum.
Thank you so much. Muchos gracias, Mr. Rafael Nafas Ferrer, First Deputy Mayor, City of Cordoba. Sounds so sexy. Kingdom of Spain. And now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Ambassador George Hara, the Chairman of Alliance Forum Foundation, Japan, to deliver his address. Ambassador.
Governor from Korea, 감사합니다, and muchas gracias for the Vice Mayor for the Cordoba. And I'm George Hara from Japan. Today, I am so glad to talk to all of you. We are going to organize the Alliance Forum Foundation Roundtable for WIEF in next May. Japan is a country I really would like to experience our beautiful, very beautiful nature, and also the state-of-the-art technologies combined with the traditional cultures. Japan is probably one of the most peaceful country in the world, and one of the cleanest country in the world, and the safest country in the world. We can do a lot. Japan is so generous about the outside cultures. For instance, before the Second World War II, we had only 3 mosques. Do you know, or can you guess, how many mosques we have in Japan? Can you raise them? 100? 200? 300? Yeah, amazingly, we have about more than 350 mosques in Japan. So we would like to work together closely with the Islamic nation and people in those nations. Next slide. Oh, I have to do it. Sorry. Who is organizing, excuse me, who is organizing this World Islamic Economic Forum Roundtable in Tokyo? That is the Alliance Forum Foundations. I am the chairman. And who is the Alliance Forum Foundations? The Alliance Forum Foundation is an international organization in special consultative status with the United Nations Economic and Social Council. We advise the United Nations, and we can have a voice and opinions throughout the 193 member nations of the United Nations through the UN Economic and Social Council, similar to the sovereign member state of the UN. Why the Alliance Forum Foundation is stand up to do this roundtable? We have very interesting philosophies, but in these philosophies, we have a lot of commonalities between Japan and Islamic nations. First, integrity and honesty. And second, public interest capitalism. This word I'd like to remember and bring it with you to home. Public interest capitalism is a new paradigm of the capitalism that we, Japan, are going to create toward the 21st centuries. This is as opposed to the money capitalism. We make investment in long term and create the industry from scratch. And the profit is going to be shared amongst the stakeholders. In a business school in the United States, they teach corporation is owned by the shareholders. Therefore, simply the mission for the corporate directors and CEO is to simply maximize shareholders' values. This is a wrong concept. We have to change these ideas. Corporation is not only composed of shareholders, but also employees, customers, local communities, and even the earth. The corporation has to make money, but profit has to be shared among the stakeholders. This is public interest capitalism. Japan, in tradition, all the corporate leaders have developed these ideas. Now is the time to implement it. This money capitalism really triggered many financial crises, but we have the clue to stop it. In the next roundtable in Tokyo in May, we'd like to discuss with the leader from Islamic nations how to do it and make it in action. Japan, we have a 1.3 trillion pension fund. We can make use of that. And third point is the creation of new industries under the concept of public interest capitalism. This is quite important. As you see in this diagram, once corporation make money, maybe joint venture with the Islamic countries, the ventures from Japanese companies, and we are recommending to allocate certain percentage of profit to help the society, especially in developing countries, such as to eradicate malnutrition. This is the first pink one, and second one, first green one, and second one is education and healthcare. And third one is self-reliance. This is one important activities, the Alliance Forum Foundations. And member companies of the Alliance Forum Foundation have been working together with us toward these directions. One project we are doing today in Africa is to eradicate malnutrition. With the member companies of the Alliance Forum Foundations, we are quite active in Asia and Africa and trying to create new industries and alleviate poverty. We also run the microfinance institutions in Asia, in Dhaka, in Bangladesh, together with the two founding fathers of the microfinance, such as Mohamed Yunus and Fizal Abed. And also we are starting the microfinance professional institution in Africa to train quite a large number of the central bankers from Japan, from the African countries this year. The topics are many, but we are narrowing down in 3 topics. One is regenerative medicine in the round table. Excuse me. This is the African leaders that we have invited to Japan last year and provided opportunity for the head of the states to meet with the CEOs and corporate leaders of the Japanese major corporation to create new businesses under the concept of the public interest capitalism. We did with the Pacific Rim countries as well, and we are going to do it in Latin America. And these are the members of the companies who attended the last years. And this is the follow-up sessions. And this is one of the topics of the next year roundtable, regenerative medicines. Japan Cool is not animations, technologies. With the use of new front technologies in regenerative medicines, we can cure the patient which had no clue to be cured in the past. But we are going to bring these 5 scientists and leading scientists in these regenerative medicines. And for instance, if you have unfortunate to have a traffic accident, you may end up being in a wheelchair for the rest of life. This is the fate. And you think fate cannot be changed, but with the use of new regenerative medicines, and Professor Okano on the right-hand side invented, with the injection of your own cell, is going to go to the damaged part of the nerve and repair it. Once it's repaired, the patient can stand and walk again. This used to be called magic or a miracle, but this is going to become realities. We have a number of those technologies, and we are going to bring it to the table in round table. On July 10th, Secretary General of the WIEF kindly came to Tokyo, and we exchanged the MOU together with the Senior Vice Minister of the Foreign Affairs. I myself, as a special advisor to the Cabinet Office of the Prime Minister Abe. So we all agreed, WIEF and the Alliance Forum Foundation, together with the government of Japan, we are going to host the roundtable next year. Topics, in addition to regenerative medicines, we are going to talk about halal industries and social infrastructure development. In that areas, we are going to bring a lot of Japanese technologies, not as a product, and transfer the technologies and transfer the human capacity building. So we'd like to welcome all of you come to Tokyo and experience Japan. Thank you very much.
Thank you and arigato, Ambassador George Hara, the Chairman for Alliance Forum Foundation, Japan. I'd like to once again say thank you to His Excellency Choi Moon-soon, Gongwan Province, Republic of Korea, Mr. Rafael Nafas Ferrer, First Deputy Mayor of City of Cordoba, Kingdom of Spain, as well as Ambassador George Hara, the Chairman for the Alliance Forum Foundation, Japan, for giving us their address. Now, I would like to invite The Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman of WIEF Foundation, the Honorable Datuk Sri Mustafa Mohamad, Minister of International Trade and Industry, Malaysia, His Excellency Hamad Buamin, President and CEO of Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry, UAE, and Tan Sri Ahmad Fuzi Abdul Razak, the Secretary General of WIEF Foundation, to join us on stage to be seated for the closing of the 10th WIEF. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite the Secretary General of WIEF Foundation, Tan Sri Ahmad Fuzi Abdul Razak, to deliver the 10th WIEF Dubai Statement. Tan Sri.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. His Excellency Denis Faure, Vice President of the Republic of Seychelles, His Excellency Azim Ibrahim, Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Tajikistan, the Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman WIEF Foundation, the Honorable Datuk Sri Mustafa Mohamad, Minister of International Trade and Industry, Malaysia, His Excellency Hamad Buamin, President and CEO, Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry, UAE, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and pleasure to read the Dubai Statement of the 10th WIEF, dated 30th October 2014. The 10th World Islamic Economic Forum was held in Dubai on 28th to 30th October 2014 with the theme Innovative Partnerships for Economic Growth. The forum was hosted by the government of Dubai under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Dubai. The forum took place in a global economic environment where the search for new sources of growth based on innovation and partnership to improve productivity, competitiveness, and incomes are essential to the stability and well-being of the Ummah. The forum was opened with a welcoming address by the Honorable Tun Musa Hitam, Chairman of the WIEF Foundation, and an address by His Excellency Muhammad Al Gergawi, UAE Minister of Cabinet Affairs and Chairman of the Dubai Islamic Economy Development Center, representing the government of Dubai. This was followed by special addresses by the Honorable Datuk Sri Muhammad Najib Tun Abdul Razak, Patron of the WIEF Foundation and Prime Minister of Malaysia, His Excellency Nur Sultan Nazarbayev, President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, His Excellency Muhammad Abdul Hamid, President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency K. Rala Zanana Gusmao, Prime Minister of the Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste, His Excellency Xavier Bettel, Prime Minister of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg, and His Excellency Dr. Ahmad Muhammad Ali, President of the Islamic Development Bank. Also in attendance were His Excellency Denis Faure, Vice President of the Republic of Seychelles, and His Excellency Azim Ibrahim, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Tajikistan. The 10th WIEF Anniversary Forum was attended by 8 global leaders, 12 ministers, 4 central bank governors, leading corporate figures, businesswomen and young entrepreneurs, key decision makers, thought leaders, academia, and representatives of the civil society, young entrepreneurs, and creative arts, making up a total of 3,215 participants from 104 countries. The leaders commended the WIEF on the occasion of its 10th anniversary and hailed the growing importance of its role in today's acutely challenging world as a moderate force in bringing together the world's best talents to share best practices for the mutual benefit of all. The leaders provided useful and important guidance for the planning and conduct of the forum's activities in order to sustain its continued relevance and impact for the future. Key messages included Dubai's aspiration and initiatives to become the global hub of Islamic economy and innovation and a gateway to Africa. The importance of universal education and literacy to ensure inclusive economic growth. The development of transport and infrastructure to unlock economic potential. The need to develop localized technologies in health, food, and agriculture for poverty alleviation. The importance of promoting a more tolerant and inclusive environment for equitable partnerships and mutual growth. The importance of business partnerships in building genuine global human relationships. The need to invest in natural and human resources development, including the strategy for accomplishing it, and to improve the way nations integrate locally and globally so as to promote economic growth. The forum saw expert panel discussions on key issues, including alternative economic models for developing nations, global risks in business, and Islamic finance as an enabler of global trade. Other topics of discussions included sukuk development, socializing education, funds for SMEs, halal vaccines, halal supply chain, water scarcity, poverty alleviation through zakat and waqf, women entrepreneurship, young talents, smart infrastructure, and technological innovation for humanitarian crisis. The parallel programs of panel discussions, master classes, business exchange, idea pad, special programs, sponsors programs, investment programs, Mocha Fest, and the business networking breakfast proved popular and generated dialogues on opportunities for international business and economic collaboration. Among the notable recommendations at the forum were the following. 1. The establishment of the WIEF IDB, International Working Group on Waqf Development, that acts as an information depository center as well as a clearing house of information. 2. To continue to promote the development of Islamic finance to bridge economies and enhance economic activity and growth. 3rd, to continue to initiate and enhance discussions on the development of global halal industry. 4th, to provide a platform for the development of borderless education and innovative technology. And 5th, to engage, promote, and enhance the development of women and youth in entrepreneurship. The forum recorded its appreciation to His Highness, the President, Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Dubai, the government of Dubai, including the Dubai Islamic Economic Development Center, and the people of Dubai for hosting the 10th WIEF and for the warm hospitality accorded to all participants. The forum also acknowledged the contribution and support of the co-organizer, the Dubai Chamber, as well as partners, sponsors, and role players. The forum agreed to hold the 11th WIEF on 27 to 29 October 2015 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tan Sri. Would now like to invite His Excellency Hamad Bouamin, the President and CEO of Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry, UAE, for his special address. His Excellency.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My brother Fawzi said a lot about the details of this. It's actually maybe if there is something we need to highlight as organizer and co-organizer, we always got the worst spot to speak. I would say we speak at the beginning when people are warming up, we speak at the dinners when people are eating, and now we're speaking after a long, long time when we are closing. But I think the main thing, we are like organizers of a wedding. We are the parents who put everything together, and the brides and grooms maybe enjoy the whole credits of the wedding. But this is what we would like to do. So I'm just going to make it short, just following what my brother Fawzi mentioned. It's an honor to close this important events, and it's quite a remarkable achievements. And I just want to say thank you to all the participants, from the government officials, the business leaders, the industry experts, and everybody who shared with us these 3 interesting days talking about very important subjects of the Islamic economy and the potentials and opportunities it has. More than 3,200 people attended the events coming from different parts of the world. I would say sharing one important thing: how can we address the challenges and create opportunities and grow it forwards? And I believe a lot of that was achieved. So we had many meetings, many sessions, but in addition to that, I would say we had many networking events on the sides. We had also the Mocha Fest, which is the arts and culture, which is very important elements, I have to say, which has a very, I would say, soft element to the important subjects and the hard subjects we've been discussing these days. As we are arriving to the closing, we look at it as actually an opening and start of a new chapter for us here in Dubai, as we are creating more and more cooperations and connectivity, and I would say with the rest of the world, to address these important issues. We've been hearing a lot about our vision to be the capital of the Islamic world, but I must say that the Islamic economy requires a lot of capitals and centers around the world to be able to develop it further. And our aim is really to work together with all these centers, be it Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur from one side, London from the other side, and we just heard that there are cities in Korea, Spain, Japan, and all these Muslim and non-Muslim worlds that have a lot of interest to address this important issue. So definitely everybody have to cooperate and work together to be able to take this important, what I see as an opportunity for many people from business and social perspective to benefit from. Last year we organized the Global Islamic Economic Summit here in Dubai, and we conclude with the importance of addressing the regulations, the standardizations and innovations. And I believe that a lot of things also being addressed this year, and we need to build in these issues to be able to develop things forwards. The issue of knowledge sharing also was addressed in quite details. The issue of talent development, which is, I would say, new areas that we need to focus on. The technology which is driving the economy of the world has to be addressed from the Islamic economy perspective. But maybe on top of that, definitely an area of interest which is important for the Islamic economy and the Islam and everything is the image. The image of Islam and the modern Islam, and it has to be addressed. And this is something we need to focus more and more in it going forwards. And this is why we have a lot of interest in the culture and arts, because there is this, what we call the liberal Islam, or the Islam that a lot of the words that doesn't know, which unfortunately creating challenges for even the Islamic economy. And we believe there is a lot of momentum being built in the past and definitely during these 3 days, and we need just to keep working to build on these momentums and take it forwards. Definitely meeting once in a year under the WIEF or the other important events is one way to do it, but I'm very pleased with everything that's happening in between. And definitely as Dubai and Dubai Chamber, we are committed to continue our efforts to work together to focus on these important issues and take it forwards to create opportunities and growth for the Muslim world. At the end, I just want to thank our partner in this important event, the World Islamic Economic Forum Foundation, and I wish them all the best with next year events in Kuala Lumpur. And would like to thank you all for being here with us and your supports during this time. Thank you all.
Thank you, His Excellency. And now I would like to invite the Honorable Datuk Sri Mustafa Mohamad, Minister of International Trade and Industry, Malaysia, for his special address. Dipersilakan, Datuk Sri.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. His Excellency Mr. Azim Ibrahim, Deputy Prime Minister of Tajikistan, His Excellency Mr. Danny Foyer, Vice President, Republic of Seychelles, Tun Musa, Chairman of the Foundation, WIEF Foundation, Mr. Hamad Bouamim, President CEO, Dubai Chamber, Tan Sri Fuzi, Sekjen, WIEF Foundation, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I must begin by offering my sincere congratulations to the government of Dubai under the leadership of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, as well as the Dubai Chamber of Commerce Industry, and of course the WIEF Foundation for making this forum a huge success. A big hand to all of them, especially Dubai government and Chamber of Commerce. I'm here to invite all of you to Malaysia next year for the next WIF, 27 to 29 of October 2015. Selamat datang, as you say, ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to beautiful Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, as a representative of the host of the next WIF, I would like to reaffirm Malaysia's commitment in ushering a new era of sustainable and inclusive prosperity to the world through the World Islamic Economic Forum. Malaysia is a moderate Muslim majority country where Islamic banking finance and Islamic economy is expanding very rapidly. I'm the Malaysian minister responsible for investments and trade. My job, among others, is to promote investments and trade, not only between Islamic countries, but also between Malaysia and the world. We trade with more than 200 countries. We have investments coming from more than 100 countries. We have done well in the past to expand the economy. It's been growing between 5 to 6%, and we have a good future ahead of us. And we hope and we believe Malaysia has got the potential to be a fully developed nation by the year 2020. We have been trading for many generations. We have been welcoming foreign investments. We've been welcoming students. We've been welcoming businesses and tourists. And we would like to welcome you not only October 2015, but of course before that, Malaysia would like to lay a golden carpet or golden carpets for every one of you to visit Malaysia. Malaysia is a politically stable country. We have enjoyed peace for many decades. We have excellent infrastructure. Above all, we are a multi-religious, multi-racial country, and we've been united in this objective of achieving socio-economic progress consistent with Islamic principles. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia has been a pioneer in Islamic finance and banking with 30 years of experience. We are a hub, one of the hubs in this booming sector. Our country has regularly been at the forefront of Islamic finance and development, as well as the expansion of Islamic banking and our liquidity markets. To date, Malaysia has the second largest global distribution of Islamic banking assets at 8%. We have continued to be the largest sukuk issuer with a contribution of 63% of total issues in the first 6 months of 2014. We have also been successful in creating Sharia-compliant platforms, and this is partly because of the comprehensive regulatory framework. We are addressing the issue of human capital deficit, facing the growth of the Islamic economy and Islamic finance. We have set up the International Center for Education Islamic Finance, INSEF, in 2005, and this has been instrumental in reducing the gap in the human capital. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also emerging as a rapid growth market for the halal industry, including various consumer products, lifestyle, fashion, and tourism. Our success in creating and marketing halal-compliant cosmetics and other lifestyle products has won international recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last 10 years, WIEF, of course, has enjoyed tremendous success. This forum has been recognized to be a very important platform for international business collaboration, not only between Muslim countries, but between Muslim and non-Muslim countries. Indeed, we have been acting as a very effective bridge in linking the Muslim and non-Muslim world. In the last 10 years, we've done very well. Malaysia would like to promise that we'll continue this process of deeper integration among the Muslim economies, and indeed, between the Muslim and non-Muslim economies in the next 10 years. Through WIEF, we are committed to make sure that the WIEF will continue to play a very important role in integrating Muslim economies even closer to each other, and also in integrating the Muslim world with the non-Muslim world. Once again, let me, on behalf of the government of Malaysia, welcome you to dynamic Kuala Lumpur, in the country of Malaysia, which is in the center of ASEAN. Next year, we are going to be chair of ASEAN. 2015, indeed, is a very busy year. I would like to follow up on the remarks made by Mr. Hamad Bouamim on the soft aspects of WIEF. Indeed, this has been one value add that we have been able to enjoy in the last 10 years. This forum has created understanding, tolerance, and harmony among ourselves. These are some of the softer aspects of WIEF. I would like to reiterate once again Malaysia's commitment to ensure the continued success of the WIEF, building on the foundation laid in the last 10 years. Welcome to beautiful Malaysia. Malaysia is a place to do business. Malaysia is a place to do trade. Malaysia is a place to invest. And once again, selamat datang, ahlan wa sahlan, wa billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Malaysia has long been a trading nation. Blessed with rich natural resources, strategic location, and a stable Islamic finance system, Malaysia has developed into a high-skilled, high-value-added economic powerhouse in Southeast Asia. We're a warm, friendly, and vibrant nation with strong political leadership, leading a stable and progressive economic environment, putting us amongst the top 20% largest economies in the world today.
We are a young nation, and like all young people, we have dreams, hopes and aspirations, and belief of a better future. That better future is to be a high-income, fully developed nation by 2020.
No doubt, we are the pivot to Southeast Asia, facilitating access to a 600 million plus ASEAN consumer market. Malaysia is strategically connected to other parts of the booming Asian region, particularly China and India, which serves as an ideal launchpad for investment in Asia. Malaysia is a pioneer of the modern Islamic finance industry and dominates global sukuk issuance, leveraging on our knowledge and experience in Islamic banking and finance. We are currently contributing to 11% of the world's research reports on Islamic finance through our dedicated and robust talents. Our Ijara and Wakala principles underlies the government's commitment towards developing and strengthening the local sukuk market. We have spread our resources across a broad range of industries, keeping a balanced, multi-sector portfolio that adds to our stable and steady economic progress. We've built world-class infrastructure and implemented internationally recognized regulatory and operating systems needed to support global multinational companies' operations and expansion in Southeast Asia. Malaysia is more than a regional economic powerhouse. We offer high living standards for the family, some of the best beaches and diving spots in the world, and a rich tapestry of culture and arts. So come to Malaysia to work, invest, and play while living amongst a warm, multilingual, multi-religious population that has lived in harmony for hundreds of years, to experience and benefit from the best in Asia. Malaysia, it's where the best of Asia comes alive. See you there.
Thank you once again to the Honourable Datuk Sri. And finally, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite the Honourable Tun Musa Hitam, the Chairman of the WIEF Foundation, to express his gratitude and thanks to all those who have provided strategic input, time, intellectual content and confidence in making sure the initiatives of the WIEF are fulfilled. So Tan Sri, if you may.
You may notice that I was rushing to get closer to the lady. It shows that nothing to do with the lady. It shows how delighted I am that we are coming to a close of the delightful 3 or 4 days that we have been together here in Dubai. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. I would like to start with to thank our 3 special guests who started off this morning's session. I'd like to thank them for 2 reasons. First is that they have invited us to come to their respective cities and countries to hold a round table each in the name of the WIF. And secondly, symbolically to me, the fact that they represent the non-Muslim acceptance of this so-called World Islamic Economic Forum, which to me symbolizes how far we have got in the international level to start off 10 years ago and now to find a list of non-Muslim countries saying welcome to our respective cities and countries so that we all could collaborate together. I would only like to tease the Governor. Mr. Governor, you spoke very well. I was so surprised. All the time you've been speaking in Korean with an interpretation, and once in a while I would say secret things to my assistants. Now I realize that you have been following my conversations. But the real secret of the Governor giving such a jovial and cheerful presentation is one, and that is really a secret. Actually, he just won a re-election. Congratulations. While beginning my statement this afternoon, I would like, of course, to share
The expressions that has been presented by Tan Sri Fuzi in the statement that he has read, I would like to share his sentiment, which does represent the sentiment of all of us, in thanking, firstly, the government of Dubai, headed by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, to thank the Dubai Chamber of Commerce and Industry under His Excellency Abdurrahman Saif Al Ghurair, as well as the Dubai Islamic Economic Development Center. And I'm grateful to the kind words expressed by His Excellency Hamad Wamin in his intervention just now. I must confess that when we first came to Dubai many months ago, we had a problem of familiarity. We know that Dubai is a dynamic city, very fast growing, and it had by then been expressed that Dubai wished to be the hub of Islamic economy. We know also that Dubai is so experienced in organizing conference of this nature. So we came somewhat with an inferiority complex, not quite sure where we would go, where we would land at the end of the conference. Now, with confidence, I would say, Alhamdulillah, we have together arrived. We have already now demonstrated to the world what collaboration, understanding, and cooperation would result in. That is the success of this 10th World Islamic Forum. It is nothing else but due to the fact that we have the full collaboration, cooperation, and the sacrifice as well as the contribution of our Dubai friends that has made it the success that it is. I have been making closing speeches ever so many times, but I want to say almost exactly the same thing as I've been saying, and that is, even though we call ourselves the World Islamic Economic Forum, we accept the reality that no community in the world could be accepted or being acceptable. No community in the world could be successful in advancing their business and economic interests unless each one of the groups look at the world in a global sense, in the true sense of the word. That was why at the opening ceremony I did say that business does not recognize nationality, it does not recognize region, it does not recognize race, it did not recognize creed, because that is the reality, and that is that the world has no choice but collaborate, cooperate, and work together in order to achieve the collective success in terms of economic development for the interests of the Ummah, respectively for each and every one of us. Insofar as the 10th World Islamic Forum meeting in Dubai, it has been said time and time again that this is indeed the 10th anniversary. And I'm glad that you all are participating in what I call the end of the first decade of the WIEF. Inshallah, as I said in my very, very short speech at the gala dinner, I hope personally to be able to come maybe to Dubai when we celebrate our 20th anniversary. You better believe me. You better believe me, because I have lived 80 years of my life. And on my 80th year, here I am in Dubai. When I'm 90, I'm coming here, not necessarily as chairman of the WIEF, but I've made all my colleagues promise that when we celebrate our 20th anniversary, even if I come with a wheelchair, I would like to be invited and to be brought up here to say, congratulations, I told you we are going to be 20 years old. It's amazing how we have changed. It's amazing how widespread the acceptability has been with WIF. It's amazing how the backgrounds of the participations have added on to the original list. When President Putin sent a message to us during the 4th or the 5th World Islamic Economic Forum, I could not believe my eyes. He wanted to send his special representative to the then World Islamic Economic Forum. I said, aha, Putin must have got some political agenda there. I think he did. Clever man. And the message of goodwill by Putin was faithfully read by his personal envoy. That to me was already significant. But as time went on, we had more and more countries showing interest. And when London took place last year, I told myself and told the world, told my colleagues that we have arrived. But we're never satisfied. After the 10 years, when we received the invitation with the idea of collaboration with Dubai, we thought we had arrived in London. I want to tell you, we have arrived a bit further, more dynamic here in Dubai. I learned a few months ago that Dubai intended to surpass London and beat London Airport in terms of capacity, size, and passenger handling. They say they wish to, and they're working very hard at it. I think it's a very good start. Before tackling the airport issue, here at this meeting, while in London, we were very proud, we were trumpeting all the time that 2,008 people come to the London meeting. Here I am standing before you, listening and checking that the figure has beaten London flat. Congratulations. One last word about the significance of Dubai. Dubai is now a dynamic city, fast developing, but always remember that Dubai was nothing but desert. I can tell you about it. I landed in your very, very, very old, not very old, very, very, very old airport with 4-engine aircraft. Now, every time we land, we talk in terms of 380, reaching here very fast, and it's a huge airport. Airport is is an indication of development or status of development of the country is concerned. And look what it is as compared to what it was. A vibrant, dynamic city, wealthy enough to be able to be together with us, to organize this conference. And I must tell you, quite frankly, Dubai had been very generous with the holding of this conference. And I was so touched when Dubai took the trouble to have a special show, the culture show, special production, just in commemoration of the 10th anniversary. This is the spirit that I would like to take the opportunity to thank my friends all. Ladies and gentlemen, we have listened to so many speeches, and being an ex-politician, I tend to go on and on and on. You would politely clap as and when necessary, and if not, members of my international advisory panel are sitting right in front, expecting me to say thank you. I say thank you very much, because you have been of great help to me. Thank you very much to members of the staff, the boys and girls. I call them boys and girls because I'm so old and they're so young to me, but who work very hard. And thank you very much those who work in the name of Dubai Chamber as to make all this success. May we meet again year after year. May we achieve higher heights of success year after year. May we significantly contribute to the real meaning of unification and unity amongst the Ummah, irrespective what religion you are, which country you come from, which part of the globe you are working towards it, and inshallah, through the very modest contribution of the WIEF, we will be successful. Thank you very much. Allah bless us all.
Inshallah, good and God willing, the Honorable Tun Musa Hitam. With that, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizers, thank you for being part of the 10th World Islamic Economic Forum themed Innovative Partnerships for Economic Growth. We'd now like to invite our esteemed guests and members of the media to adjourn to the terrace for lunch. However, for those who registered to participate in the WIEF Town Hall meeting, please proceed to the sponsor room 1 at the Murjan room now. Your lunch will be provided there. Thank you once again, and I shall see you, inshallah, next year at Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for the 11th World Islamic Economic Forum. Enjoy your lunch and enjoy the rest of your time here in Dubai. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and I'll see you soon.